Hello. Day number five. Um, I can say I'm off today. I don't have work, so I'm kind of just home. And again, as I said before, I don't have, people to really hang out with here and like stuff like that and things to do normally. I have to occupy my time with the things I want and everything else. So, to come clean, I want to smoke really bad. I'd enjoy it. I know I would. It'd relax me. I'd be in a better mood. I'm not in a bad mood, but personally, I do feel as though it would be nice to do so. Maybe have a drink, something like that. Um, but I have to keep striving not to. Um, there are going to be moments like this. I know this is going to happen. This is not going to be the last time I'm going to feel this way. Boredom definitely causes it to be a lot stronger than I want it to be. But at the end of the day, the more I think about what this will do for me in the long run, the better I'll probably end up feeling towards it. As much as I want to go back into my endeavors and do these things and think about, I keep telling myself over and over again, oh, what would be the big deal with one drink or just to smoke just a little bit or anything like that. Ugh, I just sneeze. I can say that the current moment of how it would make me feel is going to be devalued by if I were to do it and then end up feeling a certain way afterwards, feeling as though I failed my goal. I kind of do have that as an issue personally when it comes to me telling myself what is okay and what isn't okay. I know by the end of it, after I'm completely sober again, I'd be like, that was stupid. That was unnecessary. I shouldn't have done it. And the misconception that I think I'm giving myself is the fact of, again, I don't have a problem with these things. Um, I just feel as though this is something that I want to change for myself. I personally do not feel as though it's something that I have to have. I'm not fiending, I'm not jonesing, I'm not tweaking out because I can't smoke or I can't drink. It's just something that I want. And I know that's basically all it is. It's something that if I've had to go without smoking before, I've had to get a job, I had to make sure I was completely clean and everything else like that. So this isn't a situation of like, oh man, I just can't take it. Oh, I'm going to snap. I can't do it. It's not that. It's just I'm battling with myself, telling myself what is the harm in just a little bit. Uh, I gave myself a goal to be completely sober until my birthday. So, like I said, I had 2 months. January 26th would be my birthday. If I decide by that point that I still feel as though I would like to do these things and I end up doing so, I don't really think I'd have a problem with it. But hopefully by then, that feeling of telling myself, yeah, I want this will kind of go away completely by that point. It'll be null and void and it won't really be something that I even consider being what I want to do anymore. It really won't calculate towards anything. I won't worry about it. I won't think about it. It won't be a factor in my life anymore. But time will tell. I have no idea if I'm going to complete the goal in the first place. I may fail. I may end up diving back into it. I have no idea. But I know with this time that I'm taking for myself, I am practicing the concepts of understanding who I am, giving myself the sense of patience, telling myself what is okay and what isn't okay for me personally. Um, and again, I don't have an issue with these things. I just know that it would help if I removed them from my life for the time being. Um, so with that being said, it's hard to actually tell myself that it's bad when I know it's not that it's bad. It's not an addiction situation. It's just I don't want to do this anymore. I know how it makes me feel when I do overindulge sometimes, and I just kind of feel like crap afterwards. Um, Normally, when it comes to alcohol, that doesn't really happen with weed. I normally don't have that problem at all. But sometimes there are moments where I'm like, man, I just kind of got really really high and just went to sleep, and that's kind of all it was. I spent my money on this stuff, and I'm struggling with this and that. While there was pretty much no point at the end of the day. So now I am dealing with the concepts of the battle in my head saying, is this okay? Is this not okay? Am I going to punish myself for not doing so? Am I going to punish myself for doing so? What does this really mean? Is it worth it? Is this going to pay off? All of those different questions that I have flooding my brain because I'm by myself and I have no one to talk to. I have nothing really to do. Went for a walk this morning, went and took care of some errands. Like after a certain point, you're just at home with your thoughts. So when you truly do get to that point of, is this going to be okay? Am I going to take the time to take the drive to go to the place to acquire what I want to then have that level of satisfaction? What's going to outweigh more, that moment or those moments that I can get from having it, or knowing that this was going to be worth it at the end of the day? Um, if you are watching this and you do have a situation of actual addiction, that is when I think it should go a step further and you should kind of do a little bit more for yourself. You have to create that space that is better than the overlying situation of what you want to stop. And what that means for me is basically it has to outweigh the craving, it has to outweigh the satisfaction that you can get out of it. The happiness that you'll receive from knowing that you're keeping yourself in check is going to be better than that solid moment of, man, I feel great right now. I'm a little buzzed, or I got a nice high going on right now. I feel fantastic, which of course I know I would. I definitely would. I can smoke and moderate myself. I have moderation skills when it comes to that kind of stuff. But it's, I guess it's for my own personal sense. It's more of like a challenge, I guess. It can prove to me what matters more, I guess, at the end of the day. I think that's the main point that I'm trying to make is this going to be something that I'm going to look at as something that's going to pay off, or is this just going to be another situation in my life that's here and I'm just putting myself through something simply because I should be punished for this and that, because my brain tells me that all the time. I always tell myself that I mess something up, so I don't deserve this or I don't deserve that. I can't go enjoy a meal at a restaurant because I haven't been paying attention to my money like this or this or that. I have that issue all the time. That happens constantly. So I have to figure out what matters more and what I can do in the meantime with these cravings. To be honest, I don't really have any tidbits this time that I would normally say, this is what you could do for this, this is what you could do for that. It's kind of going to be the same thing. Go listen to music, go for a walk, go do this, go do that. Stupid! Sorry, it's my text tone. After a certain point, it just kind of all melds together and becomes one main situation. So honestly, by the end of this, or at least within the next 30 days or so, depending on where I am in this journey, I just got to make sure I'm happy. And I truly think that's the most important part.